This piece on the Eucharist came up out of a strong experience I had of people not understanding or appreciating the Eucharist. Vatican II said the Eucharist is the source and summit of the Christian life. Vatican II was informed by all kinds of people for whom Eucharist, liturgy were just central. Well, it was bugging me in my own pastoral work and my own outreach that so many people seem kind of indifferent to the Eucharist or blasé about it. Well, that's a problem. So I wanted to do something that really highlights the centrality of this great sacrament. And I lay it out according to these three basic features of real presence. So in the Eucharist, Christ is really, truly, and substantially present to us. Also the sacred meal. You find that all throughout the Bible. God wants to feed his people with his life and then wants us to share that life with others. So the banquet is the great image for it all through the Old Testament. Jesus, of course, hosts meals throughout his ministry, and then his life comes to its climax at the Last Supper. So meal is a central motif. But this coming together will now cost. There will be blood, you know? And so sacrifice is always coupled with covenant throughout the Bible. The same is true with the Eucharist. We say it's the communion. We also say it's the sacrifice of the Mass. And those two ideas belong together. I wanted that to come through clearly because many people, I think in my generation and younger, lost the connection. We tend to see the Eucharist as sacred meal and banquet. We don't see the price that has to be paid for that, which is sacrifice. I wrote a book on the Eucharist that is very tightly related to this audio and video piece on the Eucharist, the three motifs laid out. So I think it would be a very good way for a parish group, if they really want to get into understanding what the Eucharist means, watch the video, listen to the audio, and read the book in tandem. I think it would be a very effective way to lead, let's say, a serious small group through a deeper understanding of the Eucharist.